Hello, Zebra fans. Let me tell you a little story about what happened to this bike on this test drive that I did. I was out driving it around, and then I ran into another Sniper, and it wanted to race, so I raced it. And this is a story about what happened to the engine after I pushed this engine to the limit, and this is why the engine broke like it did. So right now I'm testing this thing out to see how reliable it is at long distance, and the plan is to take it as far as I can go without having to worry about something happening to the engine. And engine reliability is my number one problem with this bike, because when replacing all the stock parts with performance parts, it tends to stress other parts of the engine, and as we all know about machinery, the weakest link is the first thing that will fail. And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is for anything that you do. So right now I'm on my way into Das Marinas Cavite, and we'll see how this thing works out on this trip. To this day, this bike has not been able to complete a long test drive at this time. Something keeps on breaking on the bike every time I turn around. So like I said, it's really a good bike. It's just it wasn't designed for the kind of stuff I've been putting it through, and therefore you're going to have things that break, which is going to be the weakest link. You know, any machine, when you have the weakest link of any machine, you know, it's usually going to break. Something will break on you. So that's the bad thing about having something that you're modifying. You know, everything is purely experimental. So normally, if I can keep this bike together and I can enjoy it at long distance, and if I can enjoy it at long distance, if it survives all the thrashing I go through it, and that's the reason why I do that, because if a bike or a car survives, you know, the thrashing that you're putting it through, then the vehicle is going to be dead reliable under normal circumstances when you take it on a long road trip or take it on a long drive. And that's the reason why I do that. And yes, I'm willing to risk expensive parts breaking it in order to reach my objective for that reason, because I want absolute reliability, and that's how I build absolute reliability on my vehicles. And this is one of the things that I do, and I'm pretty good at it. If after the parts that are broken are replaced with even better parts, the machine actually becomes better and better each time. A lot of you are probably wondering, why didn't I just buy a new bike? Why did I decide to mess with this thing and restore it or do whatever I did to it? Well, it's really simple. New bikes are really expensive these days, and I just happen to have this thing available, and I decided, hey, why don't I just restore this bike? It's there, it's available, I can do something with it, I can make some use out of it, and plus it makes great content. That's why I did that. And besides, I can get my hands in it, and I can learn something new, and plus the restoration process is not so bad, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things you can learn from it, and of course what I did learn is there was a lot of rust on this bike. There was a lot of things that needed to be addressed. There was a lot of problems with it, and there's a lot of things that had to be taken care of before I even thought about riding this bike. And although it looked pretty good when I first showed you pictures earlier of it under its restoration, but it's not good. There's really a lot of problems with it, and that's why I'm glad I addressed the situation before I decided to embark on this project, and that's why I did that. So after that race with the Sniper on the last video y'all have seen, if you notice, this bike has smoke coming out of the tailpipe, and it was pretty bad. I mean, it doesn't look, the camera doesn't do it justice. It doesn't look so bad on camera, but in person, it was pretty smoky. So I proceeded to take this thing back home because I didn't want this thing breaking down. So before I got there, I had to stop by and get some gas and get this thing filled up. It was pretty bad. So, and the next video, I'm going to show you taking apart this bike and getting the valve situated and finding out exactly what was wrong with the valve guides on this engine. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching the video, and I know it's a little short, but on our next video we're going to focus on what happened to this head, and we're going to get right into the nitty-gritty of how to solve this problem, and we're going to tackle the reliability issue of this bike's problem each and every time something happens to it, which is often, and eventually we're going to solve the problem, you know, trust me. So I would like to take this time to let you know and let you guys know I appreciate you watching the videos, and thanks a lot for watching this series of this zebra series of videos that we're doing right now, and it's going to be permanent. Of course, we all like motorcycle you know, content, so if you like what you saw, you know, just kindly like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell while you're at it. And thank you so much for watching the videos. You guys take care and peace out.